All right. This is morning talk, and I tried to do this logically. And I was listening to it halfway through it. I said, this is not the talk I wanted to have. This thing about the attack against passport bros, which is something I thought was dumb at the time. And it's gone from the sublime to the ridiculous because it's popped back up again because some dude somewhere, somehow they found a guy that actually did what they accused black men of doing. Like, aha. So instead of a calm talk, instead of a morning ramble, it may turn into a rant, but we'll see. Hopefully it does. We don't go full blown World War Hulk on this piece, but it seems like it might. Let's, fuck it. Fuck it. Let's go ahead and go in. With all the stuff that's going on in the world, coronavirus, markets shutting down, this global infrastructure look like it's coming apart at the fucking seams, and people may start dying. Of all the stuff to talk about, this bullshit about passport bros traveling to see women, which is a very tiny part of the populace. I do mean tiny. Of all the bullshit to talk about, this comes up again, and this is what we're doing. It's ridiculous on its face in the first place. Because to what end are you trying to do spread this kind of fucking propaganda? To what end? To keep dudes from traveling? It's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. You can't keep young dudes from stealing or doing crimes or simping or whatever the hell they're gonna do. Can't stop it here. So you're trying to warn people outside the country that black dudes are dangerous and they're coming after your little girls? Really? Really? They ain't stopped the white dude from coming down there to do it. And we know that he does it because he's reported to do it. And there are tons and tons of statistics saying that he's doing it. But guess what? They still let them in. They don't attack them. They don't beat them up. They don't kill them. So you expect them to go after black dudes that don't have their reputation? Just because you put up a YouTube video saying so? Is this what we're doing? This is the kind of stupidity that's going on Black YouTube? This passes for scholarly talk, intelligent conversation? Are you fucking kidding me? And my SYSBM brothers, don't entertain these guys. Don't entertain them no more. Don't entertain this stupidity. You're trying to reason with these idiots. And I do mean idiots. If you're actually spouting this bullshit, and I do mean bullshit, this idiotic bullshit, with no facts, with no studies, with nothing, except one incident. Like you tried to use that Greece incident to scare black men from traveling. Didn't work then, it's not gonna work now, just increased it. The thing is, black men rarely get attacked when they travel, rarely get attacked. Black men will most likely get ignored before they get attacked. It's a rare instance you see a black traveler get attacked, right? I do mean rare. Anytime you see a tourist get attacked or robbed or killed or something like that, 9 times out of 10, I would say 99 times out of 100, it's a white tourist. So when the rare instance where a black man does travel and does get killed and is harmed or even arrested, you bring back that one instance and says, oh, look, it's scary. Black men shouldn't travel. Like black men are fucking children, and they're not goddamn fucking children. And they're not goddamn cowards. Black men have been traveling the world since we got here. They travel just like Europeans. The first time we traveled from our home country, our home continent in chains. And they were forced to travel. They were forced to do battle. They were forced to get on boats and go fight. They've been doing it. Black men have fought in every war the United States has ever had. Foreign wars. They fought on the European continent. They fought in Asia. They fought down in Latin America. Black men have always traveled. They've been traveling for centuries. And black men have found out they're safer in a foreign country than they are on the streets of Chicago or New York. So what you're trying to do is scare black men from traveling. What you're trying to do is keep the black boys in the pen at home that you don't do anything for. All it is fear-mongering. They're not trying to warn other countries about you coming there to do whatever. They're trying to scare you from going, because if they think they slander you enough, you'll be scared to go down and deal with women because you'll be afraid that some country's gonna lock you up in prison. Most of those countries can't speak fucking English, so they have no clue about what you're talking about. And this tiny sector of YouTube don't have an influence on their own, hardly has any influence in our own country, much less some country 10,000 miles away. They don't give a shit. All they care is you're American and you're spending money, trying to shame you into not traveling. They're trying to shame you back into the black community, which does not work. And to do this stuff, man, what they're talking about with no proof, and every time you question them, they try to go back on some moral, so-called moral feeling and opinion. I was hearing Super Sly say one is too many to be a pedophile. One is too many. Well, evidently not, because we don't do shit for the little boys and little girls here. If one is too many for dudes traveling abroad, which is a tiny minority, one is too many in our own goddamn country. Don't say nothing about the women molesting your little boys or what goes on here. I ain't heard none of them talking about what the molestation that goes on here. But you're worried about molestation, a possible molestation 10,000 miles away by a dude that travels? Get the entire fuck out of here. Get the entire fuck out of here with that stupid shit. And I do mean it's stupid. It's a stupid fucking argument. And I'm embarrassed that SYSBM brothers are even entertaining that shit. It should be blown off like a stupid fucking argument. One, it's not going to stop anything. So there is no end game. Because brothers aren't going to stop traveling. They're going to travel more when they get money. The second thing is, even if the passport bros do not travel, they're not going to stay in the black pen anyway, because there's more than enough other kinds of women in the United States for them to mess with, okay? So they're going to be absorbed by the dominant community anyway. They're going to get mixed in anyway, because you send them to white schools. You sit them next to Becky and Maria anyway, so they're going to mix. This whole construct you call the black community is in danger anyway. And basically economic hard times are just going to do what? Make people mix anymore, because the white folks ain't got the money to stay separated. And women, all women are going to have to take the best man available. Period. Everybody got to compete. All it really is that you don't want to shoulder the load and take care of these women in the community anyhow. And I don't know why Ramil is even talking about this shit. It boggles my mind. You ain't gonna take care of the goddamn community. What do you care? That's what I don't get about Super Sly and Ramil. What do you care where any black man sticks his penis? What do you care? What do you care? Number one, what do you care? Number two, there's not a goddamn thing you can do to stop it. There is no end game. There is no end game here. The only barrier to admixture in the first place was the laws of the United States. Admixture is natural. It's a natural process. In any society, it's a natural process. You can't stop it. They couldn't stop it. White men did it by force of arms for 200 years, by slowing down the process of admixture. And all they did was slow it down. It still happened. And once they lifted the legal barriers of doing it, guess what happened? It's going to speed up. It's going to speed up because it's a natural process. And when you ask these people about natural processes and being a part of a globe, we're not a separate entity, okay? Especially if you talk about white supremacy, that means we're not a separate entity. We are dominated by a broader society. And the first thing you say when you compare them to other groups of people, other groups of men, well, I don't care about them. I only care about black people. Evidently not, which kills me. I care about black people. No, you don't, because you're slandering black people. You're slandering black men. That means you don't care about them. You claim to care about black men, but you slander them so that you can put their lives in jeopardy. Why? So they will stay inside the fence? Really? Sometimes I think the dudes are worse than the women. I really do. Sometimes dudes with these female talking points should just put on a skirt and heels and go ahead and play the part properly. Put a high-pitched tone to your voice so you can it sound exactly like the puppet master that has their fingers in your back and putting the battery in your back to talk this bullshit. Because you're not talking like men, you're talking like women. In fact, you're not even talking like women, mature women, you're talking like little girls. They're afraid of not being chosen. Sound like the black women that do this colorist shit. You're spreading this shit just to get fucking attention. And they're using the claim of some YouTuber that I would say most people in this sector have never heard of. I ain't never heard of the dude. But you're grasping at any straw to slander black men, which makes you no different than the black females. that do the same thing. Even the black females wouldn't slander men like this. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. What are you guys trying to prove? You trying to prove your worthiness to the women or what? Is that what you're trying to prove? You're trying to prove that you're the alpha, that you can keep the other black men in line so you're worthy of the worship of black women in the community? Is that really what it is? I don't get this attack on SYSBN. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? If you were really doing something for the goddamn community, it would show. It would show. If you were doing something for the community, most of your content would be toward the community. Hell, my channel is not even geared for that. I do more of that than you do. I put more relevant content out that will help the community in a week than you guys do in a month, in a year. I look on your channels, all I see is bullshit. And I don't know why SYSBN brothers are listening to these guys. One thing I can say about the dating coaches, the other dating coaches, like them or not, man, they don't delve into this bullshit. They don't get into the weeds of this crap. You get on a panel and you don't have a fucking argument. And when they actually go and actually examine your argument, it unravels. And then you want to use shaming tactics like women. The women are better at it. Irritates the fuck out of me to see this kind of shit, for this to pop up and people email me this kind of crap. The people that email me this kind of crap, stop watching these people. If they don't make sense, they don't help you make your life better, stop watching them. There's too many other things. This whole bailiwick, this whole construct we call society, or this global civilization, could be unraveling in front of our eyes. We're worried about passport bros. One dude who really is not a passport bro, for all intents and purposes, down doing whatever he's doing. This is what we're doing, and we're using this to attack all black men. Why? Because they're doing something that you can't, or that they may be enjoying their life, and black men shouldn't enjoy themselves. Black men shouldn't be happy. Now, I'll actually watch the video about this so-called dude doing whatever, right? This unraveling of whatever incident is. This is just one dude, two dudes out of what, hundreds of thousands of black men that travel every year. Two. With all the positive videos and reports that we get from guys all over the world that film on a regular basis, show the women, show the parties that they go to, and you get one. Get the fuck out of here. Grow the fuck up. That's what I want to say. Grow the fuck up. Grown ass men, and you acting like little girls. You niggas are damn near 40 years old with this shit, man. Grow the fuck up. Acting like fucking teenagers. If you ain't got a good argument, shut the fuck up and go someplace else. And that's why SBN brothers don't entertain these guys. This is just my opinion. You can do what you want. You guys are going to do what you want anyway. Stop entertaining low IQ people, all right? Stop entertaining low IQ arguments. We have enough to chew on. We have enough problems as it is, okay? There's going to be a flood of women coming back anyway because of this ripple effect that this virus has set off, right? The shockwave, this black swan is going to cause a ripple effect sooner rather than later. It's got bigger fish to fry than this bullshit attack on passport bros, okay? This gossip. Don't even entertain it. If they want to do a video on it, God bless them. Let them go do a video on it. Let them do the leg work. Let them do compile the stats, okay? Let them present their case and let it sit. If it's fact, it's a fact. Just because it's a fact that one guy or several guys or even 100 guys do whatever, right? It doesn't mean that it's you. And it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy your life. Just because there's a lot of guys that sell dope to make a living or kill somebody else or shoot another black person, doesn't mean that it's you. Let the dog chase itself. But anyway, that's all I got for this one. This is VGS out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.